The alimentary tract starts at the lips and ends at the anal orifice. The teeth are one of the most important parts of this tract, but as they have been described in the first or last chapter, the reader is referred to the account given there. The parts to be described in this chapter are the tongue, salivary glands, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, and small and large intestines with their appendages. The whole of the alimentary canal, from the stomach to the rectum, has the same general structure. It is primarily a muscular tube made up of involuntary muscle fibers, which are arranged in two chief layers, longitudinal and circular, the former being placed outside the latter. It is lined by mucous membrane containing cells secreting mucus, but in the stomach and small intestine there are also numerous glands, tubular in shape, situated in the mucous membrane and opening into the stomach of the small intestine, as the case may be, and secreting digestive juices. In addition to these, there are innumerable small projections covering the mucous membrane termed villi, whose function it is to absorb the nutritive parts of the food. The small bowel is also characterized by a reduplication in folds of the mucous membrane so as to increase the absorption area. These folds are known as valvuli conniventes. The bowel generally is covered by a serous coat derived from the peritoneum, and in the small intestines, except the duodenum, and parts of the large intestines, the serous coat completely covers the bowel and is continued in the form of a double layer to the back of the abdominal wall to which it is attached and so anchors the bowel. This sheet-like fold of peritoneum is known as the mesentery. Deviations from this normal structure are found in one, the stomach, where the muscle wall is relatively thicker than in the rest of the alimentary canal, and where the fibers are arranged obliquely as well as in a circular and longitudinal direction. 2. The large bowel, where the longitudinal fibers are not arranged regularly to form a continuous layer, but are arranged in 3 bands running the whole length of the bowel. Tongue. This organ is formed entirely of muscle tissue. There are 2 groups of these, the intrinsi muscles, which are contained entirely within the tongue itself and are attached to no bones, merely serving to alter the shape of the tongue by their contraction, and the extrinsic muscles, which are those by which the tongue is moved and which arise from the hyoid bone and from the lower edge of the back of the symphysis mentae, or point of the chin. The tongue is covered by a layer of tissue practically identical with the skin, but containing on its surface innumerable minute projections called papillae, in which are situated the terminations of the nerves of taste, or taste buds. The tongue occupies the whole of the floor of the mouth, and immediately behind it are the 2 openings of the larynx and esophagus, the latter lying behind the former. 2. Salivary glands. These are 4 in number, 2 submaxillary glands and 2 parotid glands. A. Submaxillary salivary glands. These are small glands about the size of walnuts, lying immediately below and in front of the angle of the jaw, 1 on each side. They are almost completely covered by the jaw, and from the front and deeper part of the gland, a duct passes forwards and opens in front of the floor of the mouth, just to the side of the tip of the tongue.